Okay, this week we're going to be looking at using WordPress for creating websites. WordPress is an open source library to let you create and edit websites, but we need some place to host the website as well. So we're going to go to wordpress.com. If you have another website provider, if you're already editing websites online, feel free to use whatever solution that you currently are using. This is where WordPress takes me when I sign in, or when I go to their website, but that's because I have an account with them and several websites. So you'll get a different image or different web page, probably a list of sites with it being empty and the add new site button, or you'll just end up at this where you can put in the name of your website and then continue. You're going to get a lot of requests for things that cost money. You don't need any of them yet. We do need to choose a design, but we're going to replace it. We're just going through these screens very quickly. This is another one that you don't need. You may want to have additional storage in the future for images. Again, they're going to try and get you to pay. You can if you want, but I just do the free options for now. Okay, so now WordPress has set up a website using this theme that we have, okay? And this isn't the theme that I want to be using. However, we need to launch our website before the theme can change. There's a defect in WordPress that I found in the last couple hours, and let's go ahead and launch it. Okay, again, it's going to ask us for stuff, but we don't have to pay for any of it. Select, launch your site. Okay, it's now making the website publicly available. The website doesn't look like we want it to, but that's okay. No one's going to find it. It's not going to be indexed by Google or anything. We're okay. Now, what we do want to do is we want to change the theme. There's only a couple of menus that we're going to be using for this whole assignment. That's Site, and inside of there, Pages and Media. Pages is web pages. Media is where you'll place your images. And then Design with Customize and Themes. Now, before we do anything else, I want to go into Themes. And there's a bunch of different themes available. Themes in WordPress bring with them some templates for pages as well as templates for the overall website. In other words, the menu bars, the footers, as well as the text that's within them. But what I want to do is I want to actually use this Red Hill template, and I recommend using this one to get started. It has some information on getting started. It's very simple, and we'll all be using the same thing. If you want to use another one, if you're familiar with WordPress, that's fine. You click on Activate It to have it replace your existing one, and I am going to have it replace my homepage content so we can just make sure we're on the right theme, because I had some problems getting WordPress to do that. That's why we had to launch it. Until we launched it, it wasn't replacing my theme. Okay, so now we're going to edit our homepage, and with a little luck, yep, it looks like the Red Hill Yoga Workshop. Okay. And before they do anything else, I want to preview it. I don't know why they put this thing up. This really annoys me. I just want to go visit the site. And this is how I will tend to edit WordPress. Now notice you've still got this bar across the top that shows you are logged in. Okay, and this where they want you to get started. It's everything from here down that is actually your website. And what you'll see when you're editing, okay, if we get rid of this thing, is there isn't even the name up here, right? It's just this content. However, if we go in and change this content, okay, do an update, do a refresh or reload, okay, you'll see, hey, there's our text. Yay, it works. We're able to edit this page. Okay, but this isn't really what we want to be working on. We want to be working on is pages that are not the standard home page because it's not really very editable. We want to have something we can edit easily. So I'm going to go over here to our WordPress icon, View Pages, and you'll see there's some standard pages here, blog and home. What I want to do is I want to add some new pages, and I want to have 4 pages. One of them is going to be a home page. And each time this comes up, I'm just going to use a blank one. It's interesting, it still shows the template we had before in that list of pages. So there's some bugs in this version. Now, it does give you the URL for your homepage. That's fine. You can use that to go check it out. But again, I'm just going to add 4 pages because I want to get the website set up before we dive into editing. And just use blank to add data. And we're going to add one. Contact us. And what are we missing? Maps. How could I miss the maps page? Yes, they didn't used to put up this page to pick which layout you wanted, and this just seems to have slowed things down significantly. Okay, so now we go back, we view our pages. Now we've got the 4 pages we want. Okay, so this is pretty cool. The one thing we want to do is this is actually our existing home page. We want to go over here and pick this one as our home page. And this one is like, now got the same names, so that is kind of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and rename that just so we can recognize which one is which. That's going to be our old home page. Okay. And then what we want to do next is we want to set up some menus. So here's our pages. Here's our themes. We want to go into Customize. And Customize is where you'll find the menus. As well as a bunch of other things. Now, these things are going to vary based on the theme you're in, and a lot of the themes put a lot of stuff into your website. Site identity is going to be the name of your website. So we can change the name, can have a tagline. You can add an icon, and there is credits in the footer down at the bottom. You can change it, but it still has to have WordPress.com in there unless you pay them. Up here we want to do save changes. There'll always be a save changes or an update button when you're editing things. You can change some of the colors and backgrounds. Widgets is one depending on the theme. There may be a bunch of widgets. You want to go and probably delete them all because there'll be things like blogs and archives and things. Homepage settings. Now notice here we've got a static homepage setting, and that's one we changed to home instead of home old. Okay. You'll see things for posts and blogs. That's because that's what WordPress was originally designed for. I don't know what AMP is, and additional CSS is editing the style sheets, but these are advanced features, so I wouldn't worry about those. What we want to do is set up some menus. Okay, and here's our primary menu. You can have multiple menus, and again, your themes will have different numbers, but we just want to set up a primary menu, or sorry, go ahead and edit our primary menu. And here you can say it's got home old in it. We want to remove that one. I want to add some other ones, like I want to add our home page, our maps, contact us, and data. And actually want to get rid of the blog. Okay, let's go ahead and add those items. Now we look at our page over here and it shows you, yep, we've got those 4 items, which is great. And they're going to be linked to the page that has that name. So very cool. Again, save changes. I like to have a website up where I can reload and see, where'd my menu go? Okay. Menu appears to have gone missing. So, I want to get rid of social links. Primary. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not appearing. I did a refresh and it came back. Okay, interesting. So now you can see that we have a theme that has a menu bar that allows us to move through these pages. Okay? All right, so we'll go back. You just X out of there. Okay, So we've dealt with customizing themes, customize where we did the menus, pages, and we'll do some media in a little bit. But now let's get started working on our pages, and I'll do that in another video.